It's a big matchup and some big-time energy in this building, and we're glad to have you with us. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. We've got the Kansas Jayhawks facing the Louisville Cardinals.
And you know, guys, we go back many years broadcasting college games, and it never gets old. Every big-time player makes a name for themselves at the college level, and we could see that again on display here tonight.
Well, with a guy like Freak suiting up, you know that there are going to be scouts watching his every move, but you look at the roster of both of these teams, and they're really loaded with talent.
And so in the game for the Jayhawks, they've got Duncan, and it's Oubre in at the small forward position. The Louisville Cardinals have had a real strong run lately in college hoops, Clark. Even after changing conferences a few years back, they continue to shine.
You know, and nobody knew, Kevin, just how they would fare in the new and stronger conference, but it's been winning as usual for the Cardinals.
Down low, and is out of bounds to the Cardinals as Louisville retains possession. Here's Thomas. Baseline try. Good. He hits the jump shot.
You can't give him that shot. A few open looks are all it takes to get him in the zone.
Lee dishes to Oubre. Lee is screen on White. Top of the key, Duncan. From deep. That is good. Duncan's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Again, Thomas missing.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And Kansas always seems to be in title contention. I mean, the program does a great job of finding tough players and having a system that fits them best. Rarely are they not a title contender.
And both free throws good for Terry. And the Jayhawks do a great job in recruiting talent. All sorts of players have come through Kansas and found success.
Yeah, and you know they developed not only the stars like Paul Pierce and Andrew Wiggins, but role players too, guys that have made a living in
Guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, you know, his reputation. Clark grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
And you know, Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch. Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
Lee kicks to Oubre. Feeds it to Gaines. Lets it go from 14. Can't hit, and it's Louisville the other way. Inside. Out of bounds. Kansas will take possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
A platoon swap here for Louisville. Thomas in at shooting guard. White is out there with Harrell. Then there's Price. And it's Mack in at the 5, patrolling the paint.
Boy, he's got a nice-looking stroke. That almost went in.
Yeah, and a lot of times he'll still knock those down no matter how good the D is.
And for Kansas, we've got Oubre, and it's Terry in at the 4. Some nice passing by Louisville here. Here's Thomas. Thomas with another miss.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Well, guys, for Louisville in the last decade or so, it's been a bit of a renaissance in basketball. Title in 2013 gives them 3 total now. One of the premier programs in the country for sure. You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And, guys, anytime it's real tight, you're looking for something that could be potentially a momentum builder. And that's exactly what that play looks to be.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. No good from Lee. Louisville leading by 3. Price with the ball. He's picked up by Jenkins. Thomas, good.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
And the shot is good.
You know, it's a plus to get good looks in the paint, and when you can get them, you got to score them.
Price outside. Upside Thomas. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Chris. Check out the stats for Thomas. He's got 8 points and 2 blocks. He's just been everywhere.
He's got his hand in everything going on out there.
A platoon swap here for Kansas. Well, one thing about Kansas is that they love their basketball. The Jayhawks have long been synonymous with being a powerhouse college program.
One of the true blue bloods, if you will, in college basketball. I mean, they've been relevant and in contention for a very long time. They were winning titles before any official organization was put in place.
Odom on the wing. Back to Thomas. From downtown, can't hit. And we're through the first half of basketball here. What's been a good one. Cardinals ahead. They lead by a bucket. And time now for the halftime break with the second half of basketball right around the corner. Welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
Guys, we had a tight game through the first half. I think we'll see more of the same coming out of the break.
And it's just going to take one big run for one of these teams to establish control. If we can get hot, his team has a great chance of coming away with the victory.
Thomas in at point guard. Harrell is out there with White. Then there's Sanders. And it's Mack in at the 5 spot. And for Kansas, they've got Duncan. And it's Oubre in at the 3 spot. Right side, Terry. For the tie. And he gets it to go. Terry's got the first basket of the second half here for the Jayhawks.
Boy, some really big names have come out of the Kansas Jayhawks program into the NBA. A pair of first overall picks in their history. Believe it or not, Wilt Chamberlain wasn't one of them.
Thomas outside. That doesn't go either for Thomas.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Well, on the topic of Wilt Chamberlain's draft was under that territorial right, which was why he wasn't first overall. But if you add him to the list, that would make 3 total Jayhawks taken #1 grade.
Yeah, along with Danny Manning and also Andrew.
And the Jayhawks with possession. It's a 1-point game. Thomas, he's in at point guard. White is out there with Harrell. Then there's Sanders. And it's Mack in at the center position. The 3 from Thomas. Again, Thomas missing.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
And White kicks to Thomas. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down.
And you're starting to see some tired legs on those defenders as we come down the stretch here, Clark.
Dishes it to Duncan. Kicks the game. We've got 1:55 left in the second half of basketball.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points for them off that miss.
Harrell's gone a perfect 3 for 3 so far. A minute 42 left to play here in the second half. And that one's good. And that's 10 points for Duncan.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Sanders passes to Harrell. Harrell setting the pick for Thomas. Harrell dishes to Mack. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
That's clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
At the line for Louisville, Milan Mack, taking 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that brings them within 2 here. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt you. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
1:11 left in the second half.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Now Thomas. There's the pick. Passes it to Sanders. Here's Mack. Count it! And he has put them to within 2 points.
Oh, that's the shot of the game.
Well, he was fearless enough to get it up and down, and it paid off for him.
Lee outside. To the left side wing. He feeds it to Gaines. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on free. Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. There's 37 seconds left in the second half. And it's White missing.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And that's an intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul.
And he comes up empty, missing the first of the 1-1. Clark, no room for error.
Kevin, got to be perfect from here on out. You're exactly right.
Here's Thomas. Good D by Lee. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
You know, I don't believe in the word choke, but to come away empty right there is brutal. This game would have been over.
Thomas up top. 18 feet out. The shot is off.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
And so the first one is good. He'll stay at the line for one more try. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
Off on that one. And so the Jayhawks take the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I said